Our shower has now evolved into what I like to call the green honey dome. Today we are just continuing working on blocking in the house. Spencer's almost done with all the blocking in the kitchen, and it is so crazy how different it makes the space feel. It gives you such a better sense as to how big each room is, especially this front room up here. I can't even imagine when we actually have drywall done. It's gonna be so weird. So as far as blocking goes, yeah, there's a lot. We have the blocking for the kitchen cabinets, also some in the bathrooms, in the master bedroom closet. Yeah, there's blocking everywhere. So Spencer's gonna work on that so we can move on to the next item on our list. Right now we're just working on finishing up all the blocking in both the bathrooms, because something that we're a little bit more concerned with, being that our home is smaller, is storage. We want to make sure that we have more than enough. So Spencer is working on putting blocking behind both the toilets right now so we can have shelves there.
So I gotta say, building this house, I've learned many things. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but one of those things though is smoke detectors. I mean, honestly, I didn't know that there were several different types of smoke detectors, and that I, for whatever reason, thought they were battery powered, just because you would go to like a friend's house and you'd hear one chirping and just figured the batteries need to be replaced. But that's not the case. For the most part, they're going to be hardwired and also have a backup battery. So that backup battery is there just solely in case the power goes out, you still have smoke detectors. And then also there's the two different types of smoke detectors. There's photoelectric, which is better at sensing smoke. And then there's ionized, I think that's what it's called, ionized. Those are better at sensing heat or open flame. So as far as placement in the house, I'm going to go with like the best recommended areas. So I'm going to have one in both those front bedrooms, our master bedroom. We're going to have one in the center section, like high up, in between the kitchen area and the dining room. And then one more here in the living room. I have to start mounting all my smoke detector boxes and then running a power cable to all of them. And also one more thing to note, they're all wired together on a single circuit. So when one goes off, they all go off. Didn't know that either. The reason why I'm working on this, because I was working on all the blocking, but I kind of ran out of wood. So until I make another trip to the store, I gotta just move on to the next thing on the list.
Whoa. Bo, I don't know who you think you're fooling. We know that's a fake cough. We are almost finally done with all the blocking in the house. There was way more than we thought there was going to be. And we're just on the 2 front rooms now. So what we're going to be doing is just adding some blocking in both these end walls, just in case we ever want to make Murphy beds in the future. That way we'll be able to do that. And in other news, it has been very windy today, and so many leaves have come off the trees, and I'm absolutely terrified because winter is coming. Is your favorite song now Pop, Block, and Drop It?
You got the worst dad jokes ever.
Do the pop, block, and drop it.
No.
Do it. Maybe that will make this a million times better. Okay, hold on. How do you do it? Do you know? Do you know how to do the pop, block, and drop it?
No.
Can you just do me a favor and sing pop, block, and drop it?
Pop, block, and drop it.
Come on, do it. Pop, block, and drop it.
I don't know what that was.
Now that we're all done with blocking, we're ready to start on our next project for the house, which is running internet inside, which I am very excited about because currently we have internet in the barn and in the cargo trailer, but we do not have internet in the house. So pretty pumped about that. But before we start working on that, we want to work on fixing our shower setup. It's time to get rid of the green honey dome. So this is our current setup. I am well aware that it looks ridiculous. It's just 2 tarps and the ladder, and it's a pain in the butt because we always need to use the ladder and then Spencer's having to undo it and then redo it, and it's just a headache. And it's been really windy lately and the top tarp keeps blowing off.
And again, this is temporary. Why go out and, I don't know, invest more time and money?
Right.
We've made it this far, so.
Normally there's a roof on there. And this is it. You can tell we've done a lot of painting on the tarp. Okay, look, have the painted part towards the inside.
No, because then it flakes off on the inside.
But it looks bad.
The whole thing looks bad.
I think we're gonna need to add some bracing. You gotta really close this gap over here. Babe, I don't know if we're gonna fit in here. Not bad. Definitely beats our setup that we had before. And we have a shower shelf, which is awesome because before everything was just sitting on the ground. So this is very nice. I just checked the temperature and it's 47 degrees right now, which isn't bad at all. And especially because there is no wind. So it's perfect. But I'm glad that we have this all set up now for those windy nights. It'll definitely help. But yeah, tonight, it is so pretty out. The sky is so clear and you can see the Milky Way. So many stars and planets. It's really pretty. And I've been hearing tons of coyotes, which is really cool. We get a lot of questions as to whether or not we're scared out here at night of the animals? And the answer is no. We see tons of coyotes and hogs, and we're not scared of them. The second that we holler at them, they'll run away if we want them to. They're definitely more scared of us than we are of them, in my experience at least. It could just be that I sound really scary when I yell. Go on! Get! Yeah! Get out of here! But yeah, no, not worried about them. Watch tonight, it's gonna go down. Before we can work on our next big job inside, we have something important to do regarding our water system.
The UV light today marks 1 year of having it in operation. So yeah, it needs to be replaced. At least the bulb does. So I need to replace that, and also the pre-filter to the charcoal filter also needs to be replaced. That is actually they say it's supposed to be replaced every 6 months, but we're running on rainwater and not well water. So I'm going to see how bad that is, and if I do need to replace it more frequently. I mean, also we're not in the house, so we're not using it quite as much as a normal house would be, but I'm rambling. So let me get started.
Oh, goodness.
Ooh, yeah.
Yum. And a quick little review after now using rainwater for 1 whole year. After using rainwater for this long, I can totally tell a difference. Like if we go to town and have water there, or even just like bottled water or something.
Oh yeah, there is a taste.
Oh yeah, a significant difference in taste, and I prefer rainwater now. 100%.
And my hair looks silky smooth.
You know I have to say it.
What?
What we have here is some high quality H2O. I know, I have to say it every time.
Still technically intact, but you could tell they were on their way out. So I guess moment of truth, repressurize everything, make sure there's no leaks. Close this. So far so good. I think we're good. So 365, we're back up and running. So I won't have to touch this system for another year. Worst case scenario, 6 months, I might check on the filter, but see how this goes.
Our prep work list is finally coming to an end, and we are almost done finishing up the inside of our walls. This list has included, but has certainly not been limited to, finishing air conditioning, whole house ventilation, installing transfer fans, fixing the many mistakes we've made along the way, finishing electrical, all of the welding and grinding that Spencer's had to do, building California corners, cable pass-throughs, plumbing installation, blocking, fire alarms, and trying to future-proof our home the best we can. Not to mention dealing with all of the other things that inevitably go wrong when you own a home. Way more has gone into this process than we had ever expected, and we really do have such a greater appreciation now for the art of home building. And as for the next big item on our list, it's time to get internet inside our home.